even though it doesn't necessarily feel like it, we are right on the precipice of spring cleaning. So when PowerSmart reached out and said, hey, we want to send you one of these leaf blowers, I said, sure, send it on over and I'll do a review. And I thought this would be a perfect time to do a little bit of comparison, because if I just review it, I'm going to go, yeah, it's a leaf blower. It blows leaves. I have a couple of criteria that I'm going to go through. And yes, there are other videos comparing them, but they have a lot of numbers and acronyms, and to me, they don't make a whole lot of sense. MPH, CFM, M for M, ATM, BBC, none of that means anything to me, I don't think. So let's give an objective, and I mean objective comparison, compared to some other handheld leaf blower options that you might come across as you potentially want to buy one. Here we have a 25cc Craftsman or whatever cheapy branded you might come across gas version. And over here we have the DeWalt DCB 722. It's the XR version of their handheld battery-powered leaf blower, and let's compare them. I picked out a couple of criteria that I'm going to compare these, and I'll let you know at the end which one I think is the best. And it's not necessarily going to be the PowerSmart one, you know, because they sent it over. I'm going to be fair and objective, like I always am. So today we're going to go over the run times of these three units, the recharge time, the power that they have, how noisy are they, how much they cost, and how much they weigh, because those are the criteria, if I was going to purchase, that I would compare things on. Those are the most important things. CFM, what is that? So the first one we're going to do is going to be runtime and recharge time. Now that's more of a test of batteries. So I'm using the battery that was included with the PowerSmart that they sent over, which is a 40 volt, no listed amperage. I think it might be a 4. I'm not really sure because I can't find it listed anywhere. Strike one. In comparison, on the DeWalt, this is a 9 amp hour, 20 volt battery. So volts and amps were kind of, I have some 6s also, but I think this one might compare better with that one. If it's way out of whack, I'll go grab a 6. Editor John here. I didn't do a very good job of explaining why I chose the 9 amp hour battery. What I did was I converted all the batteries over to watt hours, which is a better comparison to compare different voltages and batteries. It's like counting calories in food, like how much energy is actually in there. So in order to not give the PowerSmart an unfair advantage, I chose a 9 amp hour DeWalt battery to compare it to using watt hours. In the simplest of simple terms, this one bigger than this one, even though they both say 4. Now, as far as the gas one, it was winterized, so I brought it out of winterization retirement. It has fresh fuel in it. So the difference right off the bat is that the PowerSmart does have a high-low, a turbo button, if you will. The DeWalt, let's even it out, does not have a turbo button per se, so I'm going to run them on their kind of standard settings. It wouldn't be fair to the PowerSmart if this one was running at its high speed, but not in the turbo speed, right? And the gas one just has a regular trigger, so lower level squeeze, lower level blow, higher level squeeze, higher level blow. So we're just going to squeeze that one down all the way. Let's get the gas fired up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's not going anywhere. Got a lot of miles per hour here. There's a lot of speed. This is like a jet engine stand. We got to make sure we don't want these things taking off on us. Now I just got to get a clamp, get this started, and then we'll get the timer. We'll set it up here, send it. All right, so we have clamps set up on both triggers. Now while those two are running, let's check in on the gas blower. This one's dead. 18 minutes and about 5 seconds. The PowerSmart, still going. Down to 1 bar though, so won't be long. There you go. 47 minutes and 13 seconds. That's pretty cool, because this machine, in its advertisements as listed on Amazon, there's actually two things. It says 45 minutes on regular mode, or if you go down into the fine print, it says 50 minutes in regular mode. So it actually split the difference at 47 minutes. Not too bad. Obviously, this one was blowing harder than this one. So I'm going to redo the test with the button held down in turbo mode on this one, and then we'll do an apples to apples comparison to see how they actually compare. But there's good data there. I'm okay with that. I guess now would be a good time we could also do the battery recharge test just to see how long it takes to charge up. Why not? What else are we doing? Okay, so we just checked the runtime of those. Let's check in on the gas blower. Am I going to be able to do this one? There's a little sword fighting action. If this machine's turbo mode is comparable to the DeWalt system's high speed, it would be about 18 minutes or so. Well, 18 minutes and 7 seconds is the time to beat. Go for it. Time! Hit the button. Stop. That's exactly, can we see it? 22 minutes. So that's roughly 4 minutes longer than the DeWalt. Now let's get into talking about noise levels of these two blowers. But before we do that, let's check in on the gas blower. Now before we do the power test, let's check in on the gas blower. That's what I want to know. Which one is stronger? All right, you go. I'm going to put them right at the same level. No, that's not. That's not.
Definitely that one.
That one's stronger? That one's stronger? Okay, I'm gonna put this blower nozzle on. Which one's stronger? So, thank you. And right before we get into our last thing, the weight and the price of these two units, let's check in one last time with how the gas blower is doing. Now we're going to do the last two comparisons between these two, which I feel are arguably the most important. The first one is going to be the weight of each unit. You got to hang on to this thing for a couple hours. Ounces equal pounds. If you ever march with a rucksack on your back, you know this. So let's compare weights between these two units. The first one going to be the PowerSmart with the battery, and it is 6 pounds, shy of 13 ounces, 6 pounds, 12.6. And for the DeWalt with a 9 amp hour battery, it is 8 pounds, 6.1 ounces. So the PowerSmart is a pound and a half lighter or something like that. Don't do math on camera. So the PowerSmart wins there. And this way no one can accuse me of fornicating these numbers. I don't think that's the right word. Prices on these units. The PowerSmart currently on Amazon with the 4 amp hour batteries as it sits, as you saw it just tested, $129. which isn't too bad. The DeWalt for this exact model is $2 cheaper, sans battery. There's no battery. Now, is there one that comes with a battery? Yes. There is a kit, the DCBL722P1, which comes with a 5 amp hour battery, and that is, it's exactly $100 more than the PowerSmart.
If you wanted to compare how we tested it today, you would need to add the 9 amp hour battery for $149, tack that onto the base price of $127 for the price of the unit for a total of $276, which is $147 more expensive than the
PowerSmart is definitely more affordable, especially in a self-contained package. Now, this is inevitably where we get into the conversation of, well, I'm already in Milwaukee. I'm already in DeWalt. I'm already in Eco. Yes. That said, PowerSmart does have other battery-powered tools. So if you're not into either one or any of the larger battery brands, perhaps you're just getting started with some of the lower cost tools, you're not a name brand fan. I'm not. You see yellow tools on this channel and red tools on channel and other red. This might be an option to get into a new battery line or a battery line that's new to you that does have other tools available. You're just a PowerSmart house. So when you look at it that way, it's actually not that bad of a call. So all that to say that for $129 for a handheld leaf blower, you're getting a pretty good deal. I know I was unfair to the log splitter the last time. However, I said I would give this thing a fair crack, and up against arguably the top of the line one, the one that you see on pit road during NASCAR races, it does hold its own for hundreds of dollars less. As far as gas versus electric, yeah, I've been poking fun at gas, but man, you really can't argue about the recharge time on a gas unit. These things take over 2 hours to recharge as opposed to glug, 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 back in the fight, if you could get the gas blowers to even start. What are some of the other things that I have done? Now, this one I actually have been using it around. What I haven't been doing is filming it, which kind of makes it seem like bullshit, but what reason do I have to lie to you? I used it to go up and clean the gutters. My gutter cleaning routine is climbing up on the roof and leaf blowing it out. Normally I do it with the backpack. It's a little unwieldy, it's kind of sketchy, and you almost feel like you're gonna fall off. With the PowerSmart at its lower price point, I went up there and I blew the leaves out, and it works perfectly fine in turbo mode to kick that stuff off. Is it as powerful as the backpack? Absolutely not. I'm not ever claiming it to be. But in a dangerous situation, you could just throw that and, you know, not waste $700 on a backpack blower. I do want to say one thing about the batteries and the batteries themselves. You saw how I charge the batteries out here. I can honestly say I don't believe that PowerSmart has ever even been in the house. This particular winter has been brutally cold for really, really long stretches. And I did not notice any battery degradation on it from being outside in the cold. For a knockoff battery, a no-name battery with a relatively budget-friendly brand, I was really impressed with the fact you could just grip it and rip it. It didn't matter how cold it was out here. The batteries lasted. Overall, to be fair, I think the PowerSmart, if you're not already in another family of batteries, it's not a bad buy. 129 bucks, it blows, which is a good thing. I would say I give it a thumbs up. I give it the green light. I guess if you're interested in comparing and doing your own research, I'll leave links down below. They will be affiliate links. I need that 12 cents. I'll leave the links down below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I really appreciate you guys watching. I don't have any snarky comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.